What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I wanted to rant about something because this week I took a friend of mine who had never been to the classic Southern buffet, Golden Corral, to their first true experience of gluttony in the South. They were from New Jersey, so they had never experienced Golden Corral before. It makes sense. But for those of you who don't know, Golden Corral is a buffet that's been around since 1973, founded in Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is like 2 hours from me. But it's kind of all over the southern states. I know there's some even up north, and maybe there's some in the west. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I know they're all over the South, right? Like classic staple. You ask someone from the South, hey, what's your favorite buffet?
Let's go to that little pizza place.
No.
I want a roast beef sandwich.
I need something fast.
No, I don't have a lot of money.
Burger.
Salad.
Power lunch at Golden Corral.
Everyone can agree on the new power lunch at Golden Corral.
If it's not a Chinese buffet, it's more than likely a Golden Corral. But yeah, I was taking them there because they had never been to Golden Corral, and I was describing to them, oh my God, like I can't wait for this, that. Golden Corral has changed, and it's insane to me. And today we're gonna be talking about that because I wanted to rant, and I turned on the camera and I was like, why not? Because you guys are my only friends. And speaking of, if my lovely friends could hit me with the like button and also a subscribe, because we're almost at 6,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone who's been supporting. So I got a couple things that I wrote down here that I wanted to talk to you guys about because back in my day, I feel old now. I'm only 27, but back in my day, Golden Corral was a lot different. The first thing I noticed when I walked in was, first off, the price. Price was $20 or a little bit over $20 with a drink. Insane. But I get it. Inflation, maybe. You can inflate these nuts on your chin, Golden Corral, because that's a lot. It's like double from when I was a kid. I think it was like $8 or $9 when I was growing up. And you can get all you can eat. But, you know, everything's expensive now. It is what it is. And another thing I noticed is you don't get the nostalgic red tray anymore. When you go into Golden Corral, they give you a fork and spoon. Or not even a fork and spoon. They give you a fork and knife. And that's it. In a little bag, which is nice, but cool. Yeah, at least it's sanitary, but you don't get the golden tray. So how am I going to be gluttonous and fill that tray up with like 4 plates? Now I got to go plate for plate. What is this? Central C? You can go bang for bang, plate for plate. Yeah, but that was another thing I noticed. I was like, okay, so maybe America is deciding if we take away these trays, these motherfuckers got to walk more, which is probably true and working pretty well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But the waitress was really nice. That was still consistent. I think waitresses at Golden Corral has always been nicer than they should be. I mean, you're dealing with like the biggest degenerates in the South, but yeah, she was really nice. There is a guy now, which is like, this baffled me. If you've been to Golden Corral recently, maybe you've experienced this, you haven't gotten the shock of it. But if you've gone to Golden Corral in the past and then you go now, it's kind of crazy. I hadn't been since I was like, oh God, I haven't been since maybe like 2018. So it's been over 5-6 years. And there's a guy you go to, or girl, and they clean the plates for you now, and they give you a fucking blue glove. I was baffled. I thought I was in a hospital. I was like, whoa. I get a glove to eat now? I didn't know we were eating at a fancy steakhouse. What happened to the old American way? I'm talking about sneezing in your hand and then picking up the food, you know, like when you classic buffet etiquette. It's like the CEO watched all those like Indian street food videos and decided, oh my God, we got to be cleaner. And if you haven't realized by now, I'm completely joking about majority of this stuff because, you know, it was kind of nice to see that Golden Corral is a lot more clean because when I was little, that was the one thing that was a concern, how disgusting it can be at a buffet. So it was actually pretty nice to see. But, you know, what I think my biggest thing about this rant was I was hyping this place up to be an extremely mid buffet that is just degenerate as fuck. There's this and that, and I was going to show my friend that, and they didn't get to see any of it. It's actually kind of like a nice place now. And although that is a great thing, there is a few things that I was bothered about because of the nostalgia of it. It's kind of gone now. But also, obviously, the price. But I mean, I understand. You're paying more for the sanitariness and also inflation, which is great. That makes sense. But one thing that really pissed me off, you know, but before we get to that, let me talk about all the things that did stay the same before I just get on this tangent where I get really mad. Not actually mad, but yeah, there were a few things did stay the same. The overweight Americans, they were still there. They're always staring at me too because I'm always dressed a little wacky and edgy. So that was still a thing. And then that one kid that's running around the buffet and almost gets trucked by me holding 2 plates because I'm a little bit too gluttonous, even though you're only supposed to go one at a time, I think. And the guy who chefs up the nice pieces of steak or meats, that guy was always there, and he's always reliable. He's probably the most reliable person in the Golden Corral. I was like, hey, can I get half of that? He cuts that shit up, and he's like, yo, here you go, bro. I appreciate you. And unlike McDonald's, their soft serve was still going, and it was still good, as always. But now, the biggest thing, my biggest concern, honestly, the reason why I'm even making this fucking video is I go into that expecting to show my friend the chocolate fountain. And I didn't realize that they took that shit away. I don't know if it was COVID. I don't know if it was fucking just people trying to be more sanitary in 2024. They took the fucking golden fountain away, man. And like, I don't care if there's fucking bacteria in that shit or E. coli. I'll fucking eat that shit. It was the best thing. I was looking forward to dipping my Rice Krispies, strawberry in the chocolate fountain, everything. They didn't have that. I was so fucking sad. If there's someone out there, a scientist, might I say, that knows how to make a golden fountain, I said golden, chocolate fountain, somehow sanitary, please discover it and give it to the Golden Corral CEO, because I need that. That is the whole fucking point that I wanted to go there. But all in all, the Golden Corral experience was solid. Actually, it was better than I remember as a kid. I'm totally ranting only about the golden fountain and the price, to be honest. But everything else, like, it was really great. The food quality was actually way better than I remembered, too. And the food was not only solid, but, you still get the runs like you did back in the day. So that was nostalgic. I pooped at least 4 times. And they were all liquid. So that is TMI, and you're probably grossed out, but we're going to roll with it. It did feel like a much different restaurant, though. It just doesn't feel like the classic Golden Corral anymore. It feels like a new age buffet, a lot cleaner. Honestly, the Chinese buffets near my place needs to step it up in that department. And most of the changes is definitely for the better, but please, 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 shout out Sabrina Carpenter. Someone figure out a way to put the golden, or I keep saying golden, chocolate fountain back into the buffet. I will pay good money for that. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting that a lot of these companies are innovating and coming and going, because this is off script and off tangent, but I'm noticing like Red Lobsters, a lot of the chains that I grew up on, they're closing. A lot of them are closing. Red Lobster's like, dude, they're in the shitter. And to be honest with you, they changed for the worse. I went to Red Lobster not too long ago. Dude, the food was way too salty. I don't even remember being that salty. I was so sad. My dad couldn't eat the steak. It was so bad. But yeah, I hope that some of the other chains stay alive, like Golden Corral. I know that's one of my favorites. Cracker Barrel, you better stay racist. I'm just but I mean, come on. Every time you walk in Cracker Barrel, it's pretty racist. Like, I feel like they definitely used to be a plantation at that location. That's why they opened it. Because I walk in there and everybody's like, oh, look at this fucking guy. Like, just because I'm the only Asian there. Well, granted, I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and usually when I do go to Cracker Barrel, it is a predominantly American place to be. But yeah, I hope these chains still stay alive, innovate, figure out a way, kind of like Golden Corral, because I want to be there. I want to show my friends and keep experiencing it forever. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section down below. This is a quick one. I literally just wanted to rant, and I turned on the camera. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think about this change, but also what restaurants you guys absolutely loved growing up, whether it's Chili's, Applebee's, or even Outback Steakhouse. I remember that, Bloomin' Onions. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. And anyways, I will see you guys into whatever video I get into next. Bye.